The next time you make breakfast, try this recipe I learned from a friend in Italy. I'm going to add 6 slices of bread here in this greased pan. Remember to keep the heat low. It makes the result even better. You're going to fall in love with the flavor. Everyone in your house is going to love this. I left everything well detailed to make it easier when you prepare it. Next, I'm going to spread 3 beaten eggs. This recipe is exclusive and made for people who love practicality without giving up flavor. If you like quick and easy tips like this, keep an eye on the next videos. I'm going to cover it and let it cook for 5 minutes. Now, I'm going to chop half an onion. You can cut it really small. I made this yesterday for my friends, and they liked it so much they begged me to come here and teach it to you. With this exclusive method, you're going to impress everyone at the table. I have 1 tomato here, and I'm also going to dice it into small pieces. Tell me which city you're watching from so I can send you a special shout-out. Today's shout-out goes to Jacob Turner from Denver, Colorado. I'm really glad you're enjoying our recipes. I bet you're going to find this super easy to make. It's so tasty it'll disappear quickly in your house. It's so easy that even someone with no kitchen experience can prepare this delicious dish. Perfect for those days when you want to eat well without any complications. Alright, the cuts should look like this. Back to the bread. I'm going to use a plate to flip it. Look at the texture, this is perfect. I'm going to add ketchup on top. Every bite is an amazing experience. The flavor of this recipe wins everyone over, no doubt about it. I'll use a spoon to spread it really well. The best thing about this recipe is that you can make it quickly and with just a few ingredients. When you make it, send me a picture. I'd love to see how yours turned out. I'm going to add the chopped onion on top. You can spread it well. The ingredients I chose are full of flavor and health benefits. A tasty recipe full of nutrients. Look how beautiful it's getting. Now I'm adding the tomato I chopped. These ingredients together create an explosion of flavor. Try it at home. I promise you'll surprise everyone. I'm also going to add a bit of green onion. The final look is incredible. I'm going to add 100 grams of mozzarella. I'll cover it for 5 minutes. After that, look how beautiful it turned out. The smell is already filling my kitchen. It's such a different way to use bread. Tell me it didn't make you want to try it just by looking. I'm going to cut it and transfer it to a plate. Now that you've learned it, you can make it at home. It's a great option to bring the family together. The soft texture is the highlight. Look at this. With just a few ingredients, you'll discover that the real magic is in simplicity. You don't need to spend hours in the kitchen to have an amazing dish.
Invite the family over because this recipe is perfect. So start this recipe by separating 1 loaf of bread. And then with a knife, you're just going to cut out all of the crumbs. This recipe also works if you want to use baguette as well. And then just squeeze until a large hole forms in the middle of the loaf. Now add the piece of bread that you've cut into a mold. In all, I cut 8 loaves total for my family. And then add 1 spoonful of cream cheese inside each loaf. This is easy, and the cream cheese is going to make our recipe so tasty. Now, after finishing, just set aside to continue the recipe. We're going to separate 200 grams of ham and 200 grams of mozzarella cheese. Now it's time to cut the ham and cheese into small cubes. So this process is very quick and very simple. There's really no secret, just easy cuts. And add all of the pieces to a larger bowl. And you're going to love the taste of this recipe. It is so, so good. My family loves this recipe. They are always asking me to make it. Now we're going to add 2 chopped tomatoes after adding the ham and cheese. Then 200 grams of cream cheese. I love the taste of this filling too. My family and friends, they're always asking me for the recipe, so here it is. And now all you have to do is mix it into a super creamy filling. So I add super creamy ricotta cheese and just mix patiently, and it's going to turn into a lovely creamy filling. Now this is the texture that we are looking for. You can add some onion and parsley if you prefer, and it's going to be so super tasty. Now just fill each bun with this creamy filling. You can see how pretty it looks. It looks so good. And this recipe is so easy that when everyone's asking you to make it, you'll want to cook it every day. So then finish with some mozzarella cheese on top to make the recipe even tastier. I love the taste of this bread so much. You can also substitute the flavor of the bread if you prefer. And just add as much cheese as you like. And then finish with some oregano. Look at that. This is easy and quick and perfect. So now we're just going to bake until the cheese is nice and melted. And once it is, our recipe is ready. See how tasty that looks? Wow. This is a perfect recipe, and it's super crispy, and that filling is just creamy and perfect. So this is stuffed bread, the perfect family recipe. The taste of this ham and cheese filling, it is surreal and delicious.
I've never had such tasty tomatoes. I'm going to show you how to cook them. So we're going to start by adding 1 tablespoon of margarine to a pan. Let that melt. We're now going to add some slices of tomato right on top of that melted margarine. Now you can add as many tomato slices as will fit in your pan. I've sliced 2 tomatoes here. And we're just going to let these cook until they get nice and soft. I love this recipe so much. We're going to fry these tomatoes at a nice low temperature. And then once they become soft, we're going to turn each slice over so we can cook the other side. And again, we're just going to leave these on a low heat to cook. Let's leave these to fry, and we're going to continue with our recipe. Now we want to be careful not to burn these tomatoes either. Oh, my kitchen smells so good. All right, let's prepare the eggs for the next step in our recipe. So I've got a bowl here. I'm going to add 3 eggs. Some salt for seasoning. I'm also going to add in some parsley. Now you add as much parsley as you like. And let's mix this well. Looking good. We're now going to add this egg mixture right on top of those tomatoes we're cooking. Delicious. We're now going to add some chopped ham. Now, you're welcome to use chopped ham for this part. If you like chicken or bacon, that would be great here too, whatever you prefer, but I just prefer to add ham. Spread that ham all over the eggs. And the ham really does give our recipe a super special flavor. Let's go ahead and cover this and let it cook for a few minutes. And our recipe is almost ready. We can't forget about the most delicious ingredient, which is cheese. Now, I prefer adding mozzarella. I find mozzarella the tastiest, but you can add whatever cheese you like. I love this recipe. It is so delicious. And my kids love this egg recipe too. It's such a winner. All right, we've got our sliced cheese on top. We're going to add some oregano and just put a cover on that and let the cheese get nice and melted. All right, our cheese is melted. This looks absolutely incredible. Look how beautiful this is. All that's left to do now is serve it on a plate and call your family over so they can enjoy this with you. My mouth is watering so much now. This is a delicious, juicy egg recipe. Let's give it a taste. Incredible. Bon appetit.
Okay, guys, add 6 egg yolks and cover with a bowl. Now place the egg yolks in the center of the pan with the heat on low. While heating, butter the side of the pan. Spread a lot of butter until melted. Now add the whites of the 6 eggs. Put around. Now with a small fouet, beat the eggs white. Whip until nice and white. This is what it should look like, whipping over low heat. And just continue whisking and mixing. Okay, now add the spices. Parsley. Add black pepper. And spread well, don't put too much. Add salt. Add cheese. You can use whatever cheese you prefer. I'm using mozzarella cheese. And I'm adding this more yellow cheese just to make the recipe a little prettier. Now add a few drops of ketchup and add some space between them. Now stir in the egg whites well. And you'll see while the yolks cook, the egg whites fry really well. And even if it is soft, just keep stirring. And add more butter. Swirl around the sides of the pan. And the margarine should drain. I'm cooking on low heat. Now let's remove the bowl because the yolks have already cooked. Make sure to use a cloth so you don't burn yourself. Now look at the yolks. Turn off the heat and release the yolks. Separate the yolks and mix with the egg whites. It's a different omelet. This is how it should look. Shall we try it? Wow, the yolks stay whole. It's very good. And some great different flavors.